the Manley VOXBOX plugin that I use for voiceover. This is by UAD, Universal Audio, and these are the settings that I use. Okay, so for voiceover, this is the plugin that I use. So this is the Manley VOXBOX. Okay, it's a bit quiet. Let me just turn up the gain a bit. Okay, so this is a bit better. I've just turned it up so that you can hear it a bit better. But for voiceover, you just send like a file with like normal dynamic range, with not too much compression, with not any EQ, or I guess you could use EQ if you have like a cheaper mic. But if you've got a high quality mic like I do, I've got the MKH416, you shouldn't need to do any EQ for voiceover because they will do that on their end. So this is as I use it. Input is at about 4, it says 4.1 there. Gain is at 60 dB. The high pass filter is at 80 Hz. The compression is right in the middle. Medium fast attack and medium slow release, which is pretty natural sounding. Light de-essing at about 4 at 6 kHz is for my voice. Try working with your voice around it to see what sort of sibilances you have. And I've got no EQ whatsoever. EQ is turned off. Right now I've just got the output slightly high so you can hear properly, but when you're sending it off, you can send off a slightly quiet file. Just normalize it to 3 dB afterwards, after the recording. If you've got a high peak, maybe just cut off the peaks with a limiter. If it's like a very outlier or something, like a clip or a pop or something, cut that off with a hard limiter, then normalize it to 3 dB or something. Not or something, but yeah, 3 dB is the recommended, not the recommended, is this just the standard for voiceover? So what you want to send it as. Okay, so this is for voiceover. Now for streaming, on the other hand, because I am going to start live streaming very, very soon, I have this preset, the Manley VOXBOX for streaming. Okay, so this is using far more compression. As you can see here, it's a lot of compression is happening at a very fast attack and release at a high threshold. And same de-essing, zero high-pass filtering, because in streams, I kind of like that boominess. It makes me sound more rich and warm, which, isn't natural. It's not a natural sound, so I can't use it for any sort of voice acting, but for live streaming and Let's Plays and stuff, this is perfect. Very, very nice sounding. And for EQ, I really boost those low frequencies at 70 Hz at about this much. I cut the mids at 300 by about this much, and high peak at 16 kHz for that added clarity. Since I'm adding so much low end, you need to boost that clarity. I've added this much high end, and I boosted the output. So I'm not. Let me just. Okay, so no clipping. Okay, so I've set. So yeah, so it doesn't clip, and then I boosted it up to get it close to 0 dB, but not. If it goes over 0 dB, it clips and sounds awful. So you want to get close to 0 dB, especially when you're live streaming, because there's no post-processing there. You can't go into Audition, boost it up, add a hard limiter. You can't do any of that. You want a strong compressor so that your audio is nice and loud all throughout, and boost the output and all that, so there's no peaks, nothing, and there's nice EQ, de-essing. All this is done live. So guys, that's the video showing my Manley VOXBOX settings for voiceover and live streaming. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be making another one for the Avalon VT737, and I'm pretty sure I'll be uploading on the same day anyway. So, guys, if you have that, check it out. See you guys later, and goodbye.